Honey. I take back almost everything I ever said about you being cold and insensitive.
Dad, I take back anything I ever said about you, too. Dad, I have everything I ever wanted. I owe you big time.
What?
Daddy, can we call him Fred?
Beethoven is a 1992 family comedy film directed by Brian Levant that would receive mixed reviews from critics but find large box office success. In the peaceful fictional town of Valley Vista, California, veterinarian Dr. Herman Varnick, played by Dean Jones, tasks two thieves, Harvey, played by Oliver Platt, and Vernon, played by Stanley Tucci, to break into a pet store and steal a group of puppies.
Come here, you little puppies. Here we go. Come on, puppy. Little puppy. Nice puppy.
I've stepped in the beam.
A St. Bernard puppy escapes and sneaks into the home of the Newton family. The patriarch, George Newton, played by Charles Grodin, is a no-nonsense workaholic who runs a car air freshener firm.
7 a.m. up and at 'em.
He is married to stay-at-home mom Alice, played by Bonnie Hunt, and they have 3 children. Oldest daughter Rice, played by Nicole Tom, son Ted, played by Christopher Castile, and young daughter Emily, played by Sarah Rose Carr.
Okay, all right, guys. Do you have to...
Mom, look, I dreamt I had a puppy and it came true.
Discovering the puppy, George laments his frustrations to Alice.
Honey, it's just a dog. Millions of people have
Oh,
dogs.
no, not people like me. Dogs sniff, they lick, they chew, they drool, they scratch. Alice, they have parasites.
Oh, God, yeah.
The kids will lose interest. I'll have to take care of it. It'll grow to be enormous and will take over the yard. The bushes will die, the lawn will look terrible, and when the dog finally settles down, it'll die. And everybody will be so upset. We'll have to go get another puppy. The whole thing will start all over again. Do you understand?
No, honey, could you be more specific?
George tries to tell the kids no, but eventually agrees to keep the puppy temporarily until the owners are found.
You better think of something to name him, because when I come home and he destroys my house, I want to know what to call him. This is temporary. This is just temporary till we find the owner.
The family debates what they should name the puppy when he appears to settle on the name of famous German composer Ludwig van Beethoven.
Emily, honey, what does the dog want his name to be?
You know, this is ridiculous. It's a dog. He doesn't have preferences. You could call him Ding Dong Head. He wouldn't know the difference.
Yes, he would. He'll tell us what he wants to be called.
Beethoven.
While Alice and the kids embrace Beethoven, George is more reluctant, as the dog destroys the house and drives him crazy.
Oh, baby, it's not even Saturday night. Oh, Alice, you drive me crazy. Oh, has Daddy's little girl been naughty tonight?
George? Who are you talking to?
With that? Oh, that's how you do it. I'll put a stop to that. You ruined my life. You ruined my furniture. You've ruined my clothes. My family likes you more than they like me. Why?
Dr. Varnick secretly does unethical experiments on animals and is seeking large-skulled dogs to test new ammunition on. After the Newtons take Beethoven to Varnick's veterinarian office for a routine exam, Varnick tells George of a supposed mental instability with St. Bernard dogs.
Have you noticed anything strange about your dog lately?
I mean, He's destroyed my life. Wish I was kidding.
It's very funny. St. Bernards have been heavily overbred. There's been quite a bit written about certain behavioral problems with the breed.
Alice seems skeptical.
First snarl, first any kind of weirdness, and he's gone.
Weirdness? What should I watch for, hun? Is wearing my clothes around the house?
In the meantime, George tries to woo two venture capitalist yuppies, Brad and Bree Wilson, played by David Duchovny and Patricia Heaton, to invest in his air freshener company.
Are there any good restaurants in this burg?
Restaurants.
Why don't you just come over to our house? We can barbecue.
Come to our house, we'll barbecue.
Barbecue? Let's live dangerously.
Well, our food may not be great, but it's not dangerous.
It's better than this espresso.
Unbeknownst to George, the two intend on swindling him out of his own business.
If we pull this off, in 6 months, we will own Newton Auto air fresheners.
Beethoven, sensing this, decides to take matters into his own paws.
Oh, you get out of here, you mutt. I pitched in college.
Beethoven, stop! Ah! The bad dog! So still stop! Stay! Oh, no!
Alice confronts George about his putting work above the family, while George thinks that Beethoven may be to blame.
I'm not re-entering the workforce, George. You're going to have to do this on your own. And you will. Somehow you'll make your fortune. And tucked away behind you, deep in the shadows, will be me and the kids.
That's how you see me. Suddenly, I'm a lousy husband and father. You know, everything was just fine until Beethoven came into our lives.
Those two idiots insulted your kids. They treated me like dirt, and he was the only one of us who had the nerve to give them the ride they deserved. I'm going to bed.
My dream's going down the drain, and you're worried about a dog.
Your family's going down the drain, and you're worried about a dream.
John Hughes left the Beethoven script for Universal Pictures when he parted ways with the studio. Hughes allowed Universal to make the movie on the condition that he be credited under his pseudonym Edmond Dantes. It became an open secret in the industry that Hughes was behind the pseudonym. This film is one of only a few written by John Hughes that takes place out of the Chicago, Illinois region. The movie was largely filmed in the southern area of Pasadena, California. However, some parts of the movie were filmed on the backlot at Universal Studios. Beethoven was filmed from May 1st to July 26th, 1991. The dogs featured in the film were owned and trained by Eleanor Keaton, the wife of Buster Keaton. Beethoven was played by canine actor Chris, who had 12 doubles. Great care was taken to make sure the animals used in filming were not harmed. Measures taken included many trick shots, multiple cuts, and even a mechanical dog suit in order to achieve some scenes. In addition to the trained dogs who worked in the film, a full mechanical dog was also used, plus a mechanical dog's head which was used to achieve certain facial expressions and reactions. American Humane was on the set throughout the film. The American Veterinary Medical Association expressed disapproval for the movie's evil veterinarian plot and sent letters of protest to Ivan Reitman, the film's executive producer, as well as to the Motion Picture Association of America. In the scene where Beethoven drinks out of a fishbowl while the fish are swimming in it, it was filmed in such a way where the dog was allowed to drink for about 2 seconds with the trainers close by off camera in case the dog got too close to the fish. Steve Martin was the first choice to play George Newton. John Candy, Danny DeVito, Bill Murray, Martin Short, Chevy Chase, John Goodman, Dan Aykroyd, Jeff Goldblum, Rick Moranis, Ed O'Neill, Tim Allen, Robin Williams, and John Ritter were all considered for the role. Jane Fonda, Goldie Hawn, Glenn Close, Sally Field, and Meryl Streep were all offered the role of Alice Newton. Jane Fonda declined immediately because she had retired from acting after a series of box office flops in the early 1990s, while Close, Field, and Streep allegedly wanted too much money for the role. Terry Garr was offered the role but was uninterested and declined. Rosie O'Donnell, Gina Davis, Elizabeth Perkins, Catherine O'Hara, Candice Bergen, Shelley Long, Kirstie Alley, Jessica Walter, and Pam Dauber were all considered for the role of Alice Newton. Originally, director Brian Levant wanted a different actress closer to Charles Grodin in age to play Alice, as Charles Grodin was already 56 years old, and Bonnie Hunt was only 29 years old during filming. Producer Ivan Reitman felt that Grodin and Hunt had the best chemistry, and he felt that Charles Grodin had aged well enough as though he could pass for being in his early 40s. Eventually, Levant agreed to the casting of Bonnie Hunt. Dean Jones was cast against type as the villain of this film, as he was previously best known for playing nice guy leading roles in live-action Disney movies during the 1960s and 1970s. Beethoven walked into movie theaters on April 3, 1992, and was a rather surprise box office hit. It grossed a total of $147.2 million and spent 7 weeks in the top 4 spots.
Welcome to the program. Congratulations. Now, we were making fun of your little dog movie in the spring. Because it looked to me like it was just going to be another one of those little movies where it's the dog, you find the dog and you fall in love with the dog runs away or is kidnapped or gets lost, you chase down the dog, you find the dog, you bring him home, and everybody lives happily ever after.
That's what it is.
The plots are a dime a dozen. And nobody really thought that this movie would amount to much at all, but it's a huge money-making film, and you know why I think that is? Because of you. I think people like you. I think people are interested to see you on the big screen, and you're selling tickets. It's all up to you.
I agree with you.
Siskel and Ebert had mixed reactions to the film.
Beethoven is a winning comedy because of the cute dog and the good casting. You have seen these situations before. 101 Dalmatians has lots of them, and it's a better film. But I did enjoy Beethoven nonetheless and recommend it for young audiences and for their parents.
Well, my problem was I'm not a young audience and I'm not a parent. And, you know, we usually don't say who we think will enjoy the film, but I agree with you. Kids will probably like this movie. They'll like the dog. They'll like the kids in the film. They'll like the adventures that Beethoven is going through.
You like Charles Grodin?
I like Charles Grodin. I've liked him a lot more in other films that gave him a little bit more to...
The casting of Dean Jones is smart. Now, that isn't done for little kids. No. That's done for people like us who know the joke that's being played.
I saw this movie when it bypassed paid cable networks like HBO and Showtime and was newly premiered on the Fox television network in 1993. This movie became a classic fun family staple for anyone who grew up during the 1990s. I think it's a really good movie. Charles Grodin is great in the role. I could understand why they wanted Steve Martin. I could see Steve Martin in that role, but Charles Grodin is just great. I highly recommend the 1992 family comedy film, Beethoven.